What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams. Happy Monday, and it's time to go back to school. And today we're going to enlist into the School of Rock, starring Jack Black, Joan Cusack, Mike White, Sarah Silverman, Miranda Cosgrove, Caitlin Hale, Adam Pascal, and Frank Whaley. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Time for another Manic Monday right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. And today we're going back to school and enlisting in the School of Rock. And as our movie opens, the rock band No Vacancy performs at a nightclub 3 weeks before auditioning for the Battle of the Bands. The guitarist, Dewey Finn, creates some onstage antics, including a dive that abruptly ends the performance. The next morning, his roommate, Ned Schneebly, and Ned's dominating girlfriend, Patty DeMarco, inform Dewey that he must either pay his overdue share of the rent or move out. At a rehearsal session, Dewey is informed that he has now been fired from No Vacancy and replaced by another guitarist named Spider. While trying to sell some equipment, Dewey answers a phone call from Rosalie Mullins, the principal of the Horace Green Prep School, who is inquiring for Ned about a short-term position as a substitute teacher. Desperate for some money, Dewey impersonates Ned and is hired. On his first day of school, Dewey, who does not know how to spell Schneebly, just adopts the name Mr. S. His erratic behavior confounds the students, and after observing the students' talent in music class, Dewey devises a plan to form a new band to audition for the Battle of the Bands. He casts Zach Mooneyham as his lead guitarist, Freddie Jones as the drummer, cello player Katie for the bass, pianist Lawrence on keyboards, and himself as lead vocalist and rhythm guitarist. He then assigns the rest of the class to various roles of co-lead and backup singers, groupies, and roadies, with overachiever Summer Hathaway dedicated to be the band manager. The project begins to take over normal lessons, but it helps the students learn to embrace their talents and overcome their insecurities, as well as realize that rock and roll can help them to stand up for themselves. Dewey reassures Lawrence, who is worried about not being cool enough for the band. Zach, whose overbearing father disapproves of rock, and Tamika, an overweight girl who is too self-conscious to audition for co-lead and backup singer, despite the fact that she has a powerful voice. Groupies Michelle and Alani, with Summer's approval, name the band the School of Rock. Dewey sneaks the key band members out of school for the audition while the rest of the class stay behind to maintain cover. Despite the bill being full, the band is accepted after Summer tricks the staff into thinking that the kids in the band are terminally ill. The next day, Rosalie decides to check on Dewey's teaching progress, forcing him to attempt to teach the students some actual academic material. The day before the Battle of the Bands, Ned receives a paycheck from the school via the mail and realizes that Dewey has been impersonating him. During a night in which the parents visit the school, they question Dewey's teaching methods. Ned, Patty, and the police later arrive and confront him, And when Rosalie appears, Dewey reveals his true identity and admits that he is not a licensed teacher before fleeing the scene. Back at home, a disappointed Ned tells Dewey he needs to be gone in the morning. The next morning, the parents angrily confront Rosalie at her office. Not wanting their hard work to go to waste, though, the kids sneak out of the school and direct a bus to take them to pick up Dewey. They drive to the competition. While back at the school, the new substitute teacher discovers that the kids are missing. So Rosalie and the parents race to the competition to try and apprehend them. Meanwhile, Ned finally stands up to Patty and goes to the Battle of the Bands. Backstage, Dewey proposes that they play a song that Zach had written. Immediately following No Vacancy's performance, the School of Rock plays Zach's song, and they win over the entire crowd. Now, much to Dewey's disappointment, No Vacancy wins, but the audience chants School of Rock's name and demands an encore. Although they are upset at the deception, the parents admit to being impressed by the kids' talent and confidence on stage, with Rosalie becoming ecstatic. Sometime later, an after school program known as the School of Rock opens, and Summer begins to obtain many offers for shows and record deals for the band. Dewey continues to coach the students that he played with before, while Ned, who has rediscovered his passion for rock music, teaches beginner students, and our movie comes to its close. Just add this one to the list of movies that I kick myself for never having seen prior to this. School of Rock was funny. I don't know why I stayed away from it, but I'm glad I've now seen it. I honestly thoroughly enjoy Jack Black in just about every movie I have seen him in. I can't think of a movie that I've seen with Jack Black that I didn't like. So again, no idea why I stayed away from this for so long. The addition of Adam Pascal as the vocalist of No Vacancy, I thought was a great touch and a cool way to kind of hook me in. Adam Pascal is probably best known for being in Rent. Forgive me for not remembering his character. I think it's Roger. Forgive me if that's wrong, but he plays a musician in that as well. But I liked him in Rent, so when I discovered that he was in this as well, that was a cool little hook. Joan Cusack, love Joan Cusack. Have loved Joan Cusack for years. Movies like Toys, obviously, as the voice of Jessie in the Toy Story franchise. I loved her role on the series Shameless. The first couple of seasons of that show, she was on it. I just adore that woman, and I don't think she gets the flowers that she deserves whatsoever. She is awesome. But this was just a fun family comedy movie about discovering your inner talent and your confidence, and being able to bring that confidence to the surface when you have been looked at as this nerdy kid for so long. You know, all these kids are in a prep school. None of them are the cool kid in school. Nobody looks at prep school students as the cool kids in town. They're all looked at as geeks and dweebs and weirdos and nerds. So, for these kids to be able to find that fire, find that determination, find that confidence that they brought out in the performance on stage in front of a couple hundred people at the Battle of the Bands. You know, we're not talking about selling out Wembley Stadium or Cheap Trick live at Budokan or anything, the Beatles at Shea, but a couple hundred probably at that Battle of the Bands. And here's 10, 11, 12-year-olds, maybe 13, on stage rocking their asses off, playing an original song, no less. At least original for the movie. Whoever wrote the song, but supposed to be this kid's original track, and they're not out there playing some Black Sabbath, some AC/DC. No, they're out there playing this composition that one of the kids supposedly wrote. That's just awesome. And I think that made it even better. And you could see Dewey's dilemma throughout the movie as he's getting closer to Rosalie. Is he going to crack and tell her the truth? Because they're starting to form a bond, a relationship. And he's this super slacker at the beginning of the movie, and she's this super strict by the book. And they end up being able to break each other down a little bit to where they fit into each other's world so perfectly. And you just keep waiting. When is he going to tell her? When is he going to tell her? When is he going to tell her? And he tries to tell her, but he doesn't get to. And then the whole thing with the police comes, and it's just like, man, what a way to have to find out. But I thoroughly enjoyed The School of Rock. When it comes to my rating for this film, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. The music was good. The comedy was good. Again, for Jack Black, it wasn't that over-the-top, gross humor. This was more sophisticated, family-friendly comedy, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. What do you guys think, those of you that have seen The School of Rock? Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. Let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction that I'm always asking you guys for in the comments below. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here to the Casa D18 Studios channel, as we once again open up the doors for Stat Boy Sports Bar, featuring Dory Lou. The food is hot, the beer is ice cold, and the seats are warm. So pull yourself up a bar stool and engage in some professional sports conversation with your barkeeps, Stat Boy Mike and Dory Lou. Show your bartenders a tip with a super chat, especially if you want to dictate the conversation away from whichever sport that they are currently discussing. They're always up to discuss whatever it is that is on your mind. But if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat, it's as simple as that. And then we will be back here once again on Wednesday for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And we'll be discussing the comedy Senseless, starring Marlon Wayans, David Spade, Matthew Lillard, Brad Dourif, Tamara Taylor, Rip Torn, Kenya Moore, Greg Grunberg, Patrick Ewing, and Sherman Helmsley. You don't want to miss out on any of that content right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, Stat Boy Sports Bar featuring Dory Lou, Senseless, and so much more in store for you coming up right here on Renegades Reviews. Again, you don't want to miss any of it, so make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure that notification bell is turned on so you don't miss out anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel or anytime we go live, as is the case with Stat Boy Sports Bar, Open Mic Night, Pay-Per-View, PLE Watch-Along coverage, etc. Share these videos with your family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, movie fanatics, cinephiles in your life, fans of Jack Black, fans of Joan Cusack, fans of Miranda Cosgrove, fans of Adam Pascal, anybody you can think of that would enjoy this content in this video, share it with them, as it's the only way we're going to keep my visibility up in YouTube's algorithms now that we are in fact a monetized channel right here on the platform. Thank you once again to everybody out there who joined me and tuned in today. It means so much more to me than you guys will ever know. And I will see you guys next time.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.